guys, Linda here. All right, so today's page I just put in, well, I wrote on here coffee dyed, and up there coffee dyed, and just different things that I want to coffee dye and use. Then today's was I put in some journaling spots, and they can just be, you know, a blank card or just a little card. These are from the Graphic Fairy. And this is an old receipt, you know, like from a book. I kind of like, you know, lines, but you don't have to do that. So I know there's tons of ideas to use in art journals, and I'm getting to the point where I need to think of some more ideas. I do have some more, like fancy folds and... Where's my little book? Flips. Well, I did flips. Napkin decoupaging, envelopes. Let's see. Collaging, scrap embellishments. There's just a ton of embellishments I could do. So I'll be coming back and forth doing those things. But besides doing my book today with the journaling cards, which, you know, there's just a million ways you can do a journaling card. It's just a card where you write stuff on. One of the fancy folds I'm going to do is a journaling spot. Let's see. Shelley, I think it's Shelley Ratcliffe. She does a lot of very cool journaling spots, and that's where I'm getting my ideas from. All right, but besides doing my book today, working on my book, I'm working on some tags for Your Paper Pantry. I joined the swap that Roxy's hosting, and this is a cloth tag. I've made it out of muslin. I just had a big sheet of muslin, and this is some really heavy stuff that I ripped to about 3 1/4 or 3 1/2, which is what she wanted. And then I think it's 5 1/2. Let me get a ruler here. Three and a half by about 5. So, and then I had it was like a little doily that was whole, and then it has slit down the middle, and you could put like your wine glass in it, but I cut it in half and used that. This is from, I took apart my ironing board the other day when I was coffee dyeing, and I took off all the ironing pads, and when I got to the bottom, there was this really, really old one, and I just loved the way I washed it, but the burn marks still stayed in it, and I just love these little flowers, and I thought it looked very vintage, so I couldn't throw that out. And then I sewed some of that on here, and these little pictures were from these sheets that are from Italy that I'm pretty sure Josie sent me a long time ago. Aren't they cool? And it's on, I think they said this is their tissue paper, but it's like mulberry paper because it's got all that threads in it. So these two little pictures that I did on these are from that. And then these were pieces that I stamped for my other book, and Sophie's giving me the approval here. This is in here because I put some Fabri-Tac. I Fabri-Tac these on, then a little pin, some more lace. So I'm going to do one of those with you, but I have some other pictures. These are pictures that I printed on like a heavy, some more of this heavy canvas stuff and paper. And what I did is I ironed it on a sheet of baker's paper. Baker's paper, that's not right. Butcher's paper. And then you could put it through your printing machine. And that's what I did with this one. I really like this little girl with a kitten. And these scissors I don't think are going to work very good. Let's see. So I'll kind of show you how I did this. I should have shrunk these down for this, but that's all right. that'll work. So what I did is I got a picture on cloth, and then I laid it all out on my tag. So this would be the back one. This is going to be the back. And here's the front. So what I did is I just took the front first, and I figured out where I wanted the picture. If I had a definition, I want to put it here. Put the little girl there. Now I don't have any more of these pockets, so that I won't have to deal with. This I'll probably take and gather along down here. I want to put a little bit more of this lace on here, maybe put it on there like that. So I get everything lined up how I want it on the tag base. And then I take it to my sewing machine and sew it on there. Now I could take a piece of thread and run it through here and gather it. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I was just going to do it on the machine, but now I have to find a sewing pin. Okay, so I'll be normal and do it this way. Maybe. So this one I just shoved through the machine. Oh, my poor machine. Oh, this pin has glue on it. Wow, that's okay. Do have more doilies, but I don't have any more like this with the pocket, and I really like that. And you can't really tell, but see, I used a stitch that was kind of looks like scribble or free wheeling or something. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool. So together, I just go back and forth like this on the needle, and then I'll pull the string through. And all of this fabric I just ripped. I didn't cut it because I wanted the frayed edge. Okay, now if I can do this without pulling it all the way through. There we go. So I'm just going to take that to the sewing machine and sew it. I'm going to take her to the sewing machine. I'm going to make sure I have this the way I want it. I want to leave room for a grommet. I think like that. Maybe just like this. And this is going to go like this. I think. Oh, I really want the flowers to show. So take another little piece and just put it there. This one I will cut. Oh, maybe. I like the frayed edge, so I'm just going to do that and then rip it. Okay, so I think I'll put that there. This over here. So I lay it all on here, and then I take it to the sewing machine and sew it. I might put a couple knots in here so I don't lose it. Anyway, hi Josie. I haven't made videos for so long, and I'm forgetting everybody's name, but when I see you commenting on my videos, I remember all the good times we had years gone by. It's just been, I don't know, after Gary passed away, it was, I don't know, like busy or preoccupied. Now I really just want to stay home and make videos and craft and visit with friends. But the weather's going to get nice, and then I'm going to want to head up to the cabin, so life will change again. All right, I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and sew it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but you know, there's this squiggly sewing all around there that's got a little different, but it's okay. So then what I did on these, I sewed a back on it, and then I flipped it down so that, you know, a card could go in it, a journaling card, like what I was talking about today. Just a little piece of cardstock. So now take this, and I'll flip it over, and I'll sew that down. I want to make sure I don't catch the ruffle in there, you know, because that would detract from it. So I want to start like down here so the card can fit in there. I might want to fold this down a little bit more. That could be a tuck too then. There we go. All right, I will sew that. Okay, so now I have that sewn. I just want to trim off some of this. I don't think scissors. All my scissors need to be cleaned. They have like Fabri-Tac, so that would be the back. This is the front. Now the fun part, I get to embellish it, and I made myself a little list of things to embellish it with, and one is, you know, because it's a tag, I want it to have a grommet in it, and I kind of like these burnt looking ones. And I'm going to take my big, what is this one called? Crocodile. I like this big one. It works the best for me. And I want the whole right kind of on both of them. There. And then after I put the grommet in, I put a little bit of glue on the back of it just because it's cloth, and I just want to make sure it'll stay. I was helping a friend with her crocodile one day, and it was so much more complicated than this one. It was like, and it was the same, well, it wasn't, you know, it was a handheld one. It wasn't this one, the tabletop one, and boy, I was having a hard time figuring out, oh, I know what it was. These little pieces were going inside and getting stuck in there. And that was really, I never had that happen here, so hopefully it won't. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty good. I wasn't standing up, and I really got to stand up to do this. Stand up and bend over at the same time to get it in the right place. Okay, that's gonna have to be good. Yeah, that's good. All right, so that's on there. Then I want to put a button on there. It doesn't look very straight. Oh well. It's hard when I'm doing it on camera because it, you know, I'm looking at it at a funny angle. So I want to put this little button there, and I'll use the stinky old Fabri-Tac for that. And then I want to put a pin with a charm on it. And I think I should get a bag of charms here, but these are all butterflies. I want to go get a cat charm because this is a kitty. Before I moved, I had a big, I had a couple of those containers with all the little drawers, and I'd put my, I'd have my charms all in there. But then when I moved, I just didn't have room in this room for, you know, shelf-wise for all those things. So then I put all the things in bags, and then I have them in like shoebox containers, and I have them like in alphabetical order. And oh my gosh, it's so much easier to find stuff. And put this little cat one here. I don't want to go through both of them. This little garment pin, I think I want it up higher than that. I could put a little bead on there too, but for now. All right, so then I also want to put one of these cute little doilies on there. I feel so guilty cutting these, but they're getting used, so that's the important part. And put that there. Oh, I like this one too. It's going to be hard to send these to Roxy. Well, I only have to send 3, and I'll probably just keep making them till, you know, today anyway, till I get tired of it. Ugh, these poor scissors. And then I want to cut a piece of cardstock for the back, but I want to put some, this kind of goes with the little flowers here. Some of that and some of this. And before I put it through, I think I'll do these little ends here. I just fold them in half and snip them. Yeah, if my scissors will cooperate. Ah, why do I keep looking this up? There we go. Okay. And I never know if you're supposed to come from the front or the back. Sometimes I come from the front, sometimes I come from the back. I think most of the time I come from the back and do it that way. I'm going to need a pokey tool. I don't know how I work with this desk, as messy it is, but I try to clean it off every night, and then when I get out all the stuff to work on, then it's all filled up again. And then I have a cat sitting there in front of me too, don't I, Sophie? You're always here. That's why my blog is called Scrap Cat Cards. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Maybe if I put this inside this. Uh-oh. Sophie's gonna think I'm playing here. Here we go. That should work. There we go. Now I'm cooking. Kind of folded over the fabric too. Okay, so that's the way that one looks. Now I have 3 done, and we're supposed to make 3 for the swap, but I'll probably make another different one. And this one I have the tag in it, so I need to cut out the tag for these 2. And they're all going to be a little different because, like I said, I ripped the fabric, and that's what happens. So this one says gratitude, this one says kindness, and this one says kindness. All right, well, there you go. Another way to journal, actually, you know, to put a journaling card in a tag like this, in a fabric tag. Thanks for watching, everybody. Head on over to Your Paper Pantry. This swap is open until April 5th, so you still have time to join. And I think it's just make 3 and get 3, which is really not too hard to do. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.